I'm straightening my hair because I want it to be in a ponytail tomorrow for when I go to the gym in the morning. Don't like wearing it in a bun because it's just too much effort, because the little bits stick out all the time, and yeah, can't be dealing with that. Have to wear hair grips and I don't like that because it's a headache. I saw something really cool today that made us think, wow, like that's a really good way of thinking of it. Now I've lost me my lid. Oh, I will find that here. But the thing that I saw was basically, if you want to be happy in life, it is so simple. All you need to do is gaslight yourself into being happy. And I'm going to explain it and I'm going to break it down. So basically, even if you are feeling in a really bad mood, okay, and you're feeling really negative about something, it's exactly the same as like when you're feeling anxious. Like when I'm feeling anxious, I try and tell myself that it's okay, like there's nothing wrong, even when I'm feeling anxious. Like even when everything in my body is fighting against that positive thought, I'm literally like hitting myself with positivity, like with the total opposite of it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay, like, you know. And it is going to be okay. So you're technically not lying to yourself, but in that moment you are, because in that moment your brain genuinely believes that it's not going to be okay. So this is exactly the same with negative thoughts, right? An anxious thought is a negative thought. So exactly the same thing. So when you are feeling negative and you have a negative thoughts, you literally just have to gaslight yourself into thinking positive. So, for example, if you tell yourself, if you wake up in the morning in a bad mood and you tell yourself you're going to have a bad day, you switch that thought and you go, no, I'm not going to have a bad day. Today's actually going to be a really awesome day. I'm going to get everything done that I said I was going to get done. I'm going to take everything off my list. I'm going to have a really good day. I'm going to enjoy my day with my friend if you're going to meet a friend, or if you're going to somewhere new. I'm going to get there safely. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get there. I'm not going to be anxious and I'm not going to stress. If there's traffic, it'll be absolutely fine. It's not the end of the world. We'll get there when we get there. By giving yourself, reinforcing these positive thoughts and gaslighting yourself into thinking positive rather than negative actually does work. And I'll tell you how. So basically, if you literally just tell yourself, if you just reinforce those positive thoughts all the time, every single day, okay, you've got to be consistent. Eventually, you will actually start to feel happier in life in general. And you'll probably wake up feeling happier as well. If you think positive thoughts before you go to sleep, the possibility of you waking up happier, you know, it's more likely that you're going to wake up feeling happier than you are feeling shitty, because you've gone to sleep thinking positive thoughts. You might even end up having positive dreams. Who knows? It is crazy how your brain works, right? And I've spoke about this so many times. I don't think I've spoke about this on my YouTube channel, but I've spoke about it so many times on TikTok and Instagram. Your brain cannot differentiate between a positive and a negative thought, okay? So whatever you tell yourself every single day, your brain believes. And it creates your self-beliefs, okay? So it creates your perspective, it creates your reality. Because when you tell your brain something, it then believes that that's true, which then creates a self-belief. The self-belief creates the perspective and your outlook on life, which creates your mindset. So if you're telling your brain negative thoughts every single day, your brain is going to take that thought and it's going to believe it to be true. And then you're going to create a negative self-belief. And then your negative self-belief is going to create a negative perspective and a negative outlook on life, on the world, which is then going to create a negative mindset, which is why you walk around 90% of the time, if not 100% of the time, feeling like shit, feeling like your life's shit, you hate your life, everything bad always happens to me, I always wake up in a bad mood. I'm never happy. You can never be joyful. You can never be happy for anyone else because your life's so shit and that's all you can think about. But if you flipped that and you told your brain positive things on a daily basis, even if you don't feel it, so gaslight yourself into thinking a positive thought, your brain is then going to take that thought to be true, which is then going to create the positive self belief, which is then going to create a positive mindset, which then creates a positive life, positive reality. Because everything in your life, your reality, is basically based off of your mindset, off of your perspective on how you look at things in life. It's that simple. It is that simple. And I've also learned as well, and I don't know if it's because I started doing personal development, or if it is just a thing that you, I don't know, that you realize when you get older. But I am all for just a happy life, happy, peaceful life. And I feel like the main goal in life is to genuinely be happy. That's the main goal in life. It's not to become rich and have a fancy house and a flash car, because let's be honest, I'm not materialistic. Don't get me wrong, I do want a nice house, I do want more money, but the only reason that I want more money isn't because I'm greedy and I want to be one of these rich folk. It's because I want freedom. And sadly, the only way to get freedom is to get more money, make more money, and get out of the 9 to 5 job. Because I know that that life's not for me, and I know I've spoken about this before. But before I actually get off into a tangent, I actually think that we are going about it all wrong. I think we think that to be happy, okay, the things that bring happiness are the big things, right? The big, extravagant, extreme things. But they actually aren't. It's the little things in life. You know, it's the little things in life that you've got to look for. Like, little things for me is like, my favourite thing to do is to literally go to Starbucks and get my favourite drink. Get some chai. I love going to Starbucks. In the summer, when the weather's nice, I love nothing more than driving down to the beach, taking Milo for a walk and going to my favourite shop, my favourite coffee shop, where I get a strawberry matcha, and then I'll literally walk along the beach with him whilst drinking my matcha. And you know what? That makes me happy. That makes me genuinely happy. And then we'll get back in the car when we're done off our walk. We'll get back in the car and I put my music on and I blast my music and I literally sing all the way home. Like, that is my happy place. The car is my happy place. And don't get us wrong, I love going places and driving with other people in my car, my friends and things like that. But I love nothing more than going for solo drives and literally just like screaming to whatever music I'm listening to at the minute. I love doing that, and I feel like those things are not big things. They're not like extravagant things. I feel like they are little joys, the little joys of life, and that is what you need to look out for. Like going to the shop and buying yourself some flowers. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're a guy, not stereotyping, but you might not. That might not be, you know, your kind of thing. You might not even like flowers. Some women don't like flowers, but you know what I mean. You get the drift. Like going for a nice walk and feeling, you know, when it starts to get sunny and when the weather starts to get nicer and it's warmer outside and you go out for a walk and you feel the sun on your face. Like, I love that. I love that feeling. Like, these are the things that we need to be focusing on in life. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to be happy until this big extravagant thing happens. It's not. If you think about it, right, these big extravagant things that happen, they only last so long and then they're gone. And you get on such a hype because this big extravagant things happened in your life, right? And then the novelty kind of wears off. But with these little things, the novelty never wears off. It's always there. Like, I have never ever gone to my favourite coffee place near the beach and got a matcha and felt unhappy. I've never ever felt shitty, because it's not possible, because that is my little joy in life. That's something that actually gets me going, makes me really, really happy. It makes my day, you know. Something as simple as walking past someone in the street and them going, "Oh, you look really pretty today," or, I don't know, when someone says to me, "Oh, I listened to your podcast the other day, and I really loved it. It really helped me." Or, "I watched one of your videos and that really helped me. Thank you." Something like that makes my day. Like, it makes me happy. And it's not something massive and it's not something big. It's something so, so small. And I feel like those things in life are where you need to be looking. That's where you need to be getting your happiness from. Because if you're waiting for a big extravagant event to happen every single time you want to be happy, then you're going to be waiting a while, because those big extravagant events only come along every once in a while. It's the little joys that happen all of the time that you need to be looking out for every single day. And that is how you build a happy mindset. It's that simple. But start gaslighting yourself into being happy. I feel like we all should be jumping on the bandwagon of doing this. Instead of gaslighting someone else, gaslight yourself. Make it a thing. Make it a habit of doing it every single day. And honestly, if you repeat those positive things, those positive thoughts every single day, there is no way that you can stay in a negative mindset. Trust me.